Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. This nation will rise up, live out the reading of its creed. The whole self-evident. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, and what you can do for your country. That all men are free. I have a dream. One day, the promised land of the your country. That all men are free. I have a dream. One day, from the promised land of the will they be able to sit down together to save the brotherhood. I have a dream. We'll be able to join hands and sing in the way of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well and swell. And sorry about yesterday. I didn't do the live stream. I got pretty busy, so I didn't get to do the live stream. Let me know if we're good. What's good? Fake Michael. And it's good. SSJ. Shout out to all you guys and everybody else. A lot of stuff going on all over the place. Look left, look right, look left, look right. Just look up. Just look up. But it's a lot of stuff going on everywhere. And last night, a slave ship carrying cargo crashed into the bridge in Baltimore. I've actually been over that bridge. And it was Francis Key Scott Bridge. All right. And I didn't know none of this shit, you know. But you just get in doing research without numbers and stuff, and you can find whatever you want to look for. And could it be like a real accident? Yeah. Is it really? Probably not. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. Was good. Mama 22, Daniel Amico was good. I mean, Hey, it is what it is. One thing's for sure, a ship crashed into it. How that probably would be pretty much impossible unless it was directed, controlled, you know, AI, I mean, stuff like that. There's no way to fucking all the technology that's on them boats, didn't know, you know, a boat just don't take a sharp turn like that real quick. Uh, so who knows? But we know what happened, and the bridge fell. There were people also working on the bridge. Um, but damn, these bridges are built with the mind of cargo ships. If it's a possibility, a ship or some boat strikes, you know, the barrier. So I don't know. But all I know is that bridge ain't standing, and a boat hit it. A slave ship hit it. Now, what's interesting to me is the name, the bridge, what it signifies, what it represents. The bridge collapsed, right? Francis Key, author of the Star Spangled Banner. Let that shit sink in for a minute. The Star Spangled Banner, whatever they always sing before games and stuff like that. Oh, say, can you? And then, knowing who this dude was, he was a not only was he a slave owner, but he was a wicked slave owner. Like he didn't just own slaves. The motherfucker uh, actually was like had some like he was doing crazy shit to slaves. So not only that, that's what you got. And he was a lawyer and a poet. And an interesting case that he actually was over, one of his biggest cases was the Burr conspiracy. And I stumbled upon that, researching uh, a case before and came across that case before. So I knew about the Burr conspiracy. And this is why it goes right into connecting the collapse of America, the corporation, also with the splitting up the United States because the Burr conspiracy fit directly into Texas, and the terror. Look, I mean, it's what's crazy. Like the parallels of the connections are crazy. And again, no numbers needed in this shit. Don't need no numbers. You don't need no fucking numbers. We've been doing this shit for years and never been on here talking about fucking all these numbers and shit. We just never needed it to connect all the dots. So it's a real interesting thing because the country is headed in a split. And what's interesting is as you dive deeper and as I refresh my memory in that Burr conspiracy, is that former vice president actually linked up with a cabal, ironically, and wanted the territory of Texas, Mexico, and actually they didn't know if he wanted to take over the whole North America, and he had a whole bunch of team troops. Now think of Donald Trump. Does Donald Trump go off the rails? Texas loves him, Florida loves him. Does he go off the rails and links up with the BRICS nations? I mean, think about. I'm just throwing these things out. There's no proof of this or nothing. It's just shit that I see. You know, because there is cooperation amongst U.S. interests with BRICS nations and China. You just not going to know about it. The New World Order. You know, the New World Order. Oh shit, that's darn cool. dog. I just see the dog got on shades. This dog look cool as hell. I wish I could have got a picture of that. Damn, that shit's cool as fuck. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Hold on a second. Fresh out of off my Antarctica trip. The Earth is flat, just so y'all should know. The fucking Earth is flat as a pancake. There ain't no mountains or nothing. No, I'm just walking around. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this dog. I don't know if y'all can see it, but my man got on shades, got a little coat on, chilling. Dog just chilling, like, what's up, y'all? Oh, that's funny. The dog is chilling. So, yeah. So back to um uh this Francis Scott Key, um sorry, I lost my train of thought. Francis Scott Key, right? Um oh, the whole correlation with the Burr conspiracy. And you see, you know, because it's evident there's going to be a split up of the United. That's 100%. That I can guarantee you. The United States is splitting. How, I don't know, but it will split. Okay, it's going to split. How it will split? Probably from another kind of lockdown and security. And I just uploaded a video because remember when they come out with the P Diddy shit and all this other stuff. Listen, go look everywhere else. Something's going on. And the big talk in the world is security, terrorism, joint. We need to join. United States isn't cooperating with Russia. We don't need them though. We're not going to go after it. We don't care. We're going to link up with China, the independent states. That's the. I mean, this. I just uploaded a video. Oh wait, did I upload that video? No, I didn't upload it. Shit, I gotta upload that video. I'll upload it later. But yeah, about how Russia is like, United States doesn't want to cooperate with the international, terrorism, efforts, but they don't care. And I'm like, that's interesting. They're talking about this all right now. They're talking about all this right now, and Russia is like, we have friends, and their joint efforts in combating terrorism. You know, so you see that, and you see they're talking against same thing: security, global security, terrorism. You know, it fits. It's a game. They're all playing this game. It's a wicked game, you know? And again, at the end of the day, you got to realize these are businesses, these are corporations, you know? So it's crazy, man. This bridge with the connections and just, the collapse, the bridge with its linked, the stars. I mean, come on. A bridge collapses, the United States collapse, and then the bridge is named after a guy who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, which is like the anthem of the United States of America. What? Come on, man. They're telling you, they're telling you, eyes up, man. Be prepared. This shit got to jump off, man. They're gonna go to the next level, and it's gonna be having. I already told y'all it's gonna have something to do with security. You know, terrorism. That's what the talk is with Russia right now. So hey, I mean, this is where they're going with it, and it's going to create a situation, lockdown. Remember, this shit is all globally. You know, there goes Harris doing their fucking technology shit. This is what they're doing, global terrorism. You know, oh, shit. Fucking up the damn curve. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta take my intermission real quick. Give me one second, guys. concert, huh? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. My bad. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah. Let me know if we're still um. Let me know if we're still uh live. Let me know if we're still live, guys. All right. Thank you. What's good, Kimmy? Yeah, I know. Yep. The same thing I saw. Like, the vote just don't turn. It just doesn't turn. And it's a shipping. A shipping. I'd be interested to know what was on that. Who owned the shipping container? What logistics company operates it. That's the shit I know. You'll have them. Like I said, this truth and shit. You know, it's just it's so far beyond dead. It's disgusting. It's pitiful. I'm like, it's stupid fucking people, stupid minds that aren't really awakened. And I'm not saying, I'm better than anybody, but to sit here and and think, I mean, to sit here and try to put some fucking other bullshit on it when you could see exactly what it is. It's just that shit is just played out. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Ah, it's just I ain't got no words for the shit. You know, I ain't even got no words for it. Right? Yeah. And that's the cherry on top. You have a bridge, right? It's Francis Scott Key Bridge, the one who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, right? American song, right? Night War of 1812, right? All that good stuff. War, right? They're telling us, like, I mean, this all connects. You don't need fucking stupid ass numbers and made up ciphers and pull shit out of your ass just to fit your fucking own little religious belief system and shit and call it the work of God or whatever the fuck. You don't need it. They're telling us a bridge collapsed, right? A bridge collapsed. The guy who wrote the Star Spangled Banner during wartime, you know, that the corporate flag was still there, right? And a cherry on top, this motherfucker died, right? at the age of 63, right, dies of a lung disease, pleurisy. Seriously, you can't even make this shit up. You can't make it up. You know, you can't make it. You can't make it up. You can't make it up, man. I checked out sports gematria video. Shit's funny shit, man. But it's a joke, man. It really is. It really is ESP. It's a fucking joke. But anyways, back to the thing. I mean, they're literally telling us everything. Just like I said, and this poet lawyer, one of his biggest cases was the bird conspiracy. Like, that's telling it, like, boom, motherfucker, that's how it's being done. Security is an issue. When these terror attacks pop off in different places across the United States and different states, what are you gonna do? That's gonna be done by so-called illegals. It's gonna be done by those people. That's how they're gonna craft it. Therefore, it goes back into an individual fucking state problem. Okay? And the federal government is gonna be like, we can't do this, or we can do this, and we can't do that. The state has to do this. You need to, like, what? This is how they're gonna do this shit, man. And you're gonna see a country like that. It's gonna happen. This might happen around the world, and you're gonna have states and people, and it's all gonna be split up. And you're gonna see motherfuckers like, a leader come up like a Donald Trump who want a coalition and want to form a new whatever with BRICS nations, independent nations. Some shit, I'm telling you, this is where they're going with this shit. Remember, it's business, man. This is about the new business. It ain't nothing to do with anything else. Ain't no countries. We are all slaves. This is a new business venture. It needs to be done. And there's people at the top fighting amongst each other for this power of this commerce, right? That's what they doing. They want people all on this Diddy shit, this Diddy, right? That's probably just what he signed up for. He gonna go on the island that OJ was on. He gonna go where R. Kelly's at, whatever. That's where he's going. It's crazy, you know? Are we still live, guys? Let me know. Damn, they cutting the trees down. That whole side of the street, put new poles up, new power poles. Right, everybody's focused on Diddy. That's what they want, man. They want the regular, schegular, fegulars focused on Diddy. I mean, and then they're showing. This is what's so crazy. This all links together. Even the whole Diddy thing, right? The Diddy thing happened right on the release date of the goddamn Life After Death in 1997. This bridge happens on the almost the anniversary of its opening in 1977. March 23rd, 1977, that bridge opened. Also, everybody's talking about the fucking eclipse. Nobody talked about the lunar eclipse that happened last night. I mean, the night, the 20, whatever the fuck day it is. I don't even know. Around the world between the 24th and the 25th, there was a lunar eclipse. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about the lunar eclipse. Nothing. All these celestial things happen and all these little things happening. They're using the shit, and it's just crazy, man. Truly is crazy. It truly is crazy. You know. Oh, the whole Diddy thing, right? How this links in. They got Homeland Security, HSI, Homeland Security. They're telling you, this is why they're telling you where they're going with this. Homeland Security investigations, right? This Homeland Security investigations. Let me read this shit to you. That's why the Diddy shit is not the whole shit that he's doing. Did you see the response? Where have you ever seen Homeland Security investigators? You don't see that. You don't see it. Remember, that's federal, right? Remember, real ID's coming. You got state ID, federal ID. All right. What's good, Wise? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And you raise the same questions that I raise, But Homeland Security investigations, right? Homeland Security, Homeland Security investigations. Investigations. HSI. Not only do you got FBI, ATF, and all these other motherfuckers, but now you got HSI, right? I bet you somebody gonna throw some fucking numbers together and says it connects to this shit and that shit instead of focusing on what the fuck's going on. Like the shit is just getting out of hand. It's just ridiculous, man. People come leaving comments and shit, still talk like it's just damn. Y'all can't see this motherfucker yet. Y'all can't see it yet. You guys can't see it. And remember, it's A-Rise season, so yeah, and it's the Ramadan. All right, it's A-Rise season, so yeah, we come swinging the sword again. Not too hard, just a little lightly for all the ones that are still scraggling around. Shoot, just I mean, you guys blatantly obvious. What's going on over there. You know, and then there's again some more Hollywood shit for your ass. Manufactured and crafted for you. You know, listening to a motherfucker that is up here running game on you with some fucking numbers and shit, talking about this is the end all be all ultimate knowledge. Man, get the fuck out of here. That shit is stupid, ignorant, and dumb. There is zero knowledge. Nothing. Sorry. Don't come over here talking about this shit connects without the fucking numbers farther than it ever would with the goddamn fucking numbers. I mean, this shit is stupid, man. It's fucking retarded. That shit is to keep you in the system, in the rotation of their own bullshit, perpetuating exactly what they want you to perpetuate. That's why the that comes out of motherfuckers' mouths matches a communist Marxist ideology. It matches 100%. Ain't no different from a fucking go go be the opposite charge of a Trump supporter. Go be the opposite charge of a Christian. What or somebody in the the liberal community. That you get the same fucking energetic reaction, the same type of energy, that same mentality. You need to die now. Fuck you. Die now. You need to be hauled off and shot and killed. What's that shit they be saying over there in that fucking community? Wood chipper. Like this the same mentality. Don't y'all can't see the shit? I seen that shit and fell back way long ago. Now the shit, the snake shows itself. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, how long they gonna let people do that? And it was funny because I watched Sports Gematria video where he was telling this motherfucker talking about he got a baby on the way. Now man, what? I gotta talk about it. Sorry. That goes to show y'all lying out a whole fucking time. We're not gonna see this shit. The motherfucker is a compulsive, pure liar beyond anything you could imagine. Like what? He been lying to y'all the whole time. You know? Fucking nanny man. Nanny man. He about to be a nanny. The man with all the masculinity and all the powerful energy. That he's a man and everybody else is a bitch and weak and all like this. You know? He about to be the bitch of the house. Come on, man. You know? Fuck. I mean, this shit's wild, man. But anyways, I didn't mean to, go off the rails like that, but it's just, somebody left a comment on a video yesterday, talking shit. And I'm like, seriously? You know? But back to the whole task at hand. Um Like they laying it all out for you. Like you can't, that ain't no coincidence. It's just boom, this is what it is. And you could see where they're going. Go look up the Bird conspiracy. The shit is wild, man. It shows how that vice president conspired with a cabal and wanted to take over. Like this shit is wild. Hold on, wait. I'll just read it real quick. And tell me if this don't sound familiar. The Bird conspiracy, right? Check this shit out. The Burr conspiracy was a plot alleged to have been planned by Aaron Burr, right? Who was Aaron Burr? He was an American politician, a businessman, a lawyer, and founding father who served as a third vice president of the United States from 1801 to 1805. Remember, he was one of the founding fathers, but he was a vice president. That's what you need to know what a vice president of the United States actually is. It's the second highest officer in the executive branch. That's all it is. That's all it is. So he was a founding father, right? And it was during he funded the Manhattan Company on September 1st, 1799. Burr is remembered for his famous personal and political conflict with Alexander Hamilton, which culminated in the Burr-Hamilton duel in we Weehawken, New Jersey, on July 11, 1804. Burr mortally wounded Hamilton and died from his wounds the following day. This motherfucker killed Alexander Hamilton. I mean, think about that shit. Ain't that shit crazy? That's just wild, right? All right. Now, all right. During his last year as vice president, Burr engaged in a duel in which he fatally shot Alexander Hamilton. Like the motherfuckers was like, yo, they got into a duel. All right. That was basically an arranged fucking fight. That was an arranged fight. How many people were taught that shit in history class? I wasn't. I wasn't taught that in history. But they actually set up a duel and he fucking killed that motherfucker. Alexander Hamilton. How many people learned that shit in school? I didn't. But this was Burr. But Burr, the reason why this is important is because Francis Scott, uh, Francis Scott, hold on one second. Right? Francis Scott Key, okay? Hold on one second. Let me find it. It says he uh he was a lawyer in Maryland and Washington D.C. for four decades, and he worked on important cases, including the Burr conspiracy trial, and he argued numerous times before the Supreme Court. So one of his most important cases was the Burr conspiracy. Now back to this whole Burr guy, right? Now this motherfucker killed Hamilton. Like seriously, he killed Hamilton. You know that in itself is wild, right? Killed him. Think about that. Hold on one second. What's good? What's good, Angel Z? Yeah, I think you're fucking right. I told you. I made a video about it. All this internet beef shit. Yo, you can go to Backyard Brawls on YouTube. Backyard Brawls and duke it out. Just duke it out. You know? That's all I gotta say. With beefs or street backyard street beefs. Boom. It's legal. You sign a contract, you go fight, and it's legal in that state, which the state, ironically, is the state of fucking Washington. you know, duke it out. Go over there and duke it out, man. All the tough talk, go duke it out. But anyways, um, hold on, I want to get to this shit, right? Right. So, anyways, um, he got into a duel with Alexander Hamilton, right? Who was the fucking uh he was the first United States Secretary of the Treasury, right? And he was one of the founding fathers. He was a secretary of the Treasury. And this is what makes it even more crazy because now you got the Treasury, which is that's the money of the corporation. This motherfucker killed him, in a duel. But he didn't get charged with no murder or no shit because why? It was agreed upon like a duel, right? Think about that. The motherfuckers went in the woods and fought. That's crazy, but I don't know how you you got a gun. You know what I'm saying? But it said the Burrow Hamilton duel took place in Weehawken, New Jersey, between Aaron Burr and the third current U.S. Vice President at the time, and Alexander Hamilton, the first and former Secretary of the Treasury at dawn, July 11, 1804. The duel was the culmination of a bitter rivalry that had developed over years between both men who were high-profile politicians in the newly established United States, founded following the victorious American Revolution and it's associated with the Revolutionary War. In the duel, Burr shot Hamilton in the abdomen. Hamilton returned fire and hit a tree branch above and behind Burr's head. Hamilton was transported across the Hudson River for treatment in the present-day Greenwich Village in New York City, where he died the following day on July 12, 1804. Hamilton's death permanently weakened the Federalist Party, which was founded by Hamilton in 1789 and one of the nation's major two parties at the time. Also ended Burr's political career as he was vilified for shooting Hamilton. Ain't that great? That motherfucker pulled out a gun, was like, pow. You know what I'm saying? This dude, Burr, this motherfucker was nothing to fuck with. All right. Um, Alexander Hamilton died at the same spot that his son Philip Alexander died. There's some wild shit going on back then. Crazy shit. But anyways, we're gonna go back to Aaron Bird and you know, the main reason why um wanted to talk about him was in 1971, Burr was elected United States Senate, where he served until 1797. He later ran as a Democratic Republican presidential candidate in the 1800 election. An electoral college tie between Burr and Thomas Jefferson resulted in the House of Representatives voting in Jefferson's favor, with Burr becoming Jefferson's vice president due to receiving the second highest share of the votes. Although Burr maintained that he supported Jefferson, the president was somewhat at odds with Burr, who was regulated to the sidelines of the administration during his vice presidency and was not selected as Jefferson's running mate in 1804 after the ratification of the 12th Amendment of the Constitution, which the 12th Amendment provides, the procedure for electing president and vice president. Anyway, during his last year as vice president, Burr engaged in a duel with Hamilton where he shot him, whatever. Um, um, near Hamilton's son, Philip Hamilton, had died 3 years prior. Although dueling was illegal, Burr was never tried, and all charges against him were eventually dropped. Nevertheless, his killing of Hamilton ended Burr's political career. Burr traveled to the west to an American frontier seeking new economic and political opportunities. His secretive activities led to his 1807 arrest in Alabama on charges of treason. He was brought to a trial more than once for becoming known as the Burr Conspiracy, an alleged plot to create an independent country led by Burr. Now think about Donald Trump. Think about this shit. Think about Donald fucking Trump, right? All this shit is connected. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This shit is all connected. All right. He was seeking, and and he wanted new economic and political opportunities. What will Trump bring if he, whatever this election goes and it just split and it's just all fucked up? He could create a new party, a new political status that other states will be glad to join that motherfucker. They've already been doing it. I've already told you about the coalition of the United States. I've already told you about that. It's called, hold on. Damn, I'm on the wrong phone. Sorry. Let me see if I got on here. Okay, well, wait. No, I don't got it. Hold on, I think I can. Let me look it up real quick because I'm on the wrong phone. Let me see. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on, I don't want to lose that thought. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yep. It's called the Convention of the States, guys. All right. Article 5, right? This is already here. Like, this is not even, this is anybody can go look it up. Signed a petition, right? It says, I support Convention of States, a national movement to call a convention under Article 5 of the United States Constitution restricted to proposing amendments that will impose physical restraints on the federal government, limiting its power and jurisdiction, and impose term limits on its officials and members of Congress. That's a petition that they're working on now. All right. But what they're trying to do, right? And again, Arizona, Utah, Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, North Dakota, Wisconsin, in Indiana, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, West Virginia, all are past this Convention of the States resolution. All right, resolution. Active in legislation this year. You have other places, but it's just in legislation. You know it's not going to fly in those things. Um, The American People Convention of the State is first and foremost a movement of grassroots citizens who are fed up with business as usual in D.C. We're funded by thousands of everyday patriots who have committed their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor in protecting liberty for future generations. Now, there is fucking politicians on this shit. All right. Government Mike Dunleavy said the only way to really set things right is to use the power vested in the states under Article 5 of the Constitution. I support convention states in action and its efforts to convene the states to propose amendments that will impose physical restraints on Washington, D.C., limit its power and jurisdiction, and set term limits for federal officials. It is time for the states to act. I am proud that Alaska applied for a convention for these back in 2014. I urge our sister states to act now. Governor, and then Representative Chip Roy of what fuck state he is. I don't know. It doesn't say it. Um, um, some other guy, Mark Meadows. Uh, hold on, man. There's a lot of people on here. But anyways, I mean, this stuff is true. I mean, not true. Rubio's on here. Fucking trying to name people. There's so many. Governor Mike Huckabee is on here. Rick Santorum. And you can say what you want about people. I don't care. I'm just telling you what the fuck they're doing. They can all be in us together. It's not the point. The point is they're forming something right before your very eyes. They're forming something. Sorry, guys. I got the phone tilted up. Let me put it back down. I don't mean to not be reading. Um, I did not read. Anyway, I did not read it. But anyways, yeah, people died on there. You know, Mad Catter. Yeah, you know, people did. But anyways, okay. So going back to Aaron Burr, right? I'm gonna tell you what he did, because this is the whole point of why I'm bringing his name up, because these are the type of things that are happening right now, right in front of our face, right? Um, but he was Berg traveled to the west to American frontier seeking new economic and political opportunities. His secretive activities led to his arrest for treason, whatever. He was brought to trial more than once and became known as the Berg conspiracy, an alleged plot to create an independent country led by Berg, but was acquitted each time. Think about who's being brought in court all the time, right? For a short period of time, Burr left the United States to live as an ex parte in Europe. He returned in 1812 and resumed practicing law in New York City. Burr died September 14, 1836, at the age of 80, after 80, right? So, hold on, we're going to go back to, um, hold on, I'm going to go over to, and this is this too. Burr was considered a notorious womanizer, right? In his addition to cultivating a relationship with women in his social circles, his journals indicate he was a frequent patient of prostitutes traveling to Europe. He recorded brief notes of dozens of encounters. Just sound like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? He would also fought against anti-immigrant sentiment led by Hanno's Federalist Party. But you got to remember, back then it was reversed. Everything that you see now happened already. It happened before, you know? And he said Burr insisted that anyone who contributed to society deserved all the rights of any other citizen, no matter their background. Think about that shit, man. You know, it's a lot of stuff, man. Um, but I want to read where he linked up with uh, shit. I can't find it right now. But yeah, he tried to. Oh, right here. It says it was a plot alleged to have been planned by Aaron Burr in the years after his term vice presidency. According to the accusations against Burr, he attempted to use his international connections and support from a cabal of U.S. planters, politicians, and army officers to establish an independent country in the southwestern United States and parts of Mexico. Burr's vision was that he intended to farm 40,000 acres in the Texas territory, which had been leased to him by the Spanish crown. Think about that shit. Think about it. Burr's true intentions remain unclear as a result, have led to various theories from historians. Some claim he intended to take parts of Texas and the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase for himself, while others believe he intended to conquer Mexico or even the entirety of North America. The number of men backing him is so unclear, with accounts ranging from fewer than 40 men to upwards of 7,000. I'm just saying, man, think of Donald Trump. Just think about that. And we already know it's 100% facts that United States is splitting apart. It is, without a doubt, it's splitting apart. How? I have no fucking clue, but you can see it already in the making, and it's just wild. It really is wild. So, anyways, back to the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Again, he wrote the Star Spangled Banner, which is even more crazy because let me tell you about Mr. Francis Scott Key, right? Of course, he was a lawyer. They're all fucking connected. But let me do a quick break. Give me 1 second. I got to do a quick break. Quick timeout, man. What's good? Alkaline Organic Fanatic, Tab P, um, Kimmy, Mad Catter, Rap Samples, Cuts, Wise, um, ESP, Bend Over, Angel Z, As I keep going back, come if I miss you, Daniel Amico, just Brandon Mitchell, D, Chemtrail Cowboy. Shout out to all you guys. I'm still here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it is, man. It is, my brother. It is happening fast, man. Eyes up. Y'all need to be ready because this shit is going the fuck down. I don't care what nobody say, man. It is going down, man. It is going down. There's a lot of stuff going down, guys. There's a lot of stuff going down. You had also had the lunar eclipse that nobody fucking talked about. The 24th through the 25th, a lunar eclipse. You know, and all this stuff popping off right now. I didn't upload the video yet, but Russia is saying United States is not cooperating and does not want to cooperate with terrorism efforts, with terrorism coordination, which that's probably, hey, whatever fighting is going on over there, yeah, that's crazy. Um, I still got another video coming out showing y'all something that I know y'all have never fucking seen before because I never seen it before. Never seen this shit before. This shit is deep. This shit is whoa deep. It's organizations I ain't even fucking know about. And one of them actually is HSI, Homeland Security Investigators, ironically. And then all of a sudden, HSI raids Diddy. More to come. Just give me one time out. I'm going to tell you more about that. And Francis Scott. All right, guys. And I'm back. Back. Um, so again, Francis Scott, right? He was a lawyer, whatever. He was nominated for the district attorney of the District of Columbia by President Andrew Jackson, where he served for 8 years. He was a devout S SBO, I don't know what SBO whatever the hell, Episcopalian, whatever the fuck that word is. I can't even pronounce it. Pacostolin, which is church shit. Anyway, Key owned slaves from 1800, during which time abolitionists ridiculed his words, claiming that America was more like the land of the free and the home of the oppressed. Where do we hear that? That's some shit we'll say. That's some shit we'll say. But other people ridiculed his words, claiming that America was more like the land of the free and the home of the oppressed. The same shit happened before, guys. That exact same shit, almost to the T. But it's just going. It's in a global. It was a global thing back then because who owned America? It still was the same fucking people, the colonizer, right? But think about it. They were saying back this in 1800, man. After people ridiculed them and said, "Land of the free, home of the oppressed." That's what the fuck we are right now, right? As district attorney, he suppressed abolitionists. As a district attorney, he suppressed the motherfucker. This was a wicked fucking motherfucker too. But what do we, man? Oh, say it. The Star Spangled Banner, guys. That's sung in front of every fucking video game. Video game. Well, it's like a video game. Every fucking sporting event does a Star Spangled Banner. You doing a fucking slave carol. A slave carol before each fucking game. reminding you that you subconsciously are a motherfucking slave. All right? Think this that's who wrote this shit. That's his energy. What the fuck? That's his energy. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If I'm ever somewhere and that shit's on, I ain't even acknowledge that shit. Somebody say something, they about to get educated real the fuck quick, you know? And think about it. The motherfucking BLM and all that shit tearing down little statues and all that shit. Here go a fucking bridge named after a motherfucker who was a complete slave psychopath, right? Slave owner psychopath, who also fucking wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Ain't that some shit? But anyways, as district attorney, he suppressed abolitionists, and in 1836 lost a case against Reuben Crandall, where he accused the defendant of abolitionist publication of instigating slaves to rebel. Right? So he lost that case. He lost it. He was also a leader of the American Colonization Society. Right? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. And there's another thing, it gives away the fucking cookie that, you know, um, they sent slaves to Africa. Remember, they sent slaves to fucking Africa, you know? And it says he was a leader, also a leader of the American Colonization Society, which sent former slaves to Africa. He freed some of his slaves in 1830, paying one as his farm foreman to supervise his other slaves. He publicly criticized slavery and gave free legal representation to some slaves seeking freedom, but he also represented owners of runaway slaves. At the time of death, he owned 8 human beings. Ain't that crazy? He owned 8 human beings, this motherfucker, right? That's who this dude was, slave owner, right? Think about that. Under his uncle Philip Barton Key, who was loyal to the British crown during the War of Independence, he married some lady, daughter of Edward Lloyd Five, right? Edward Lloyd, not five, the sixth, right? Um, which he was a politician himself, right? And he was like, he was. Damn, man, this shit, they all connected. I don't want to get into all that. And as far as the Star Spangled Banner, during the War of 1812, following the burning of Washington, think about that shit too. That the burning, like this shit is all connected, man. The War of 1812, like they're telling you, this shit about to be done. It's about to be done, guys. It's gonna be fucking done. You know exactly. Bend over. Exactly. Think about it, man. Think about it. Anyway, during the War of 1812, following the burning of Washington in August 1814, on September 7th, 1814, Key, an American agent for President War, Colonial John Stuart Skinner, dined aboard HMS Tana as a guest of Vice Admiral Alexander Cochrane, Rear Admiral George Cockburn, and Major General Robert Moss. Skinner and Key were there to plead for the release of Dr. William Beans, an elderly resident of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, a friend of Key who had been captured in his home in August 28, 1814. Beans was accused of aiding the arrest of some British soldiers, stragglers withdrawing after the Washington campaign, who were pillaging homes. Skinner, Key, and the released Beans were allowed to return their own troop ship under guard, but not allowed to leave the fleet because they had become familiar with the strength and position of the British units and their intuition to launch an attack upon Baltimore. Key was unable to do anything but watch the 25-hour bombardment of the American forces at Fort Henry McHenry during the Battle of Baltimore from dawn September 13th through the morning of the 14th, 1814. Ain't that crazy? At dawn, Key was able to see a large American flag waving over the fort. He started writing a poem about his experience on the back of a letter he had kept in his pocket. On September 16, Skinner, and Beans were released from the fleet. When they arrived in Baltimore that evening, Key compiled the poem at the Indian Queen Hotel where he was staying. He finished the manuscript, was untitled and unsigned. When printed as a broadside the next day, it was given to the Defiance of Fort M. M. Henry, which with the notation tune and Syrian in heaven. This was a popular tune that Key had already used as a setting for his 1805 song When the Warriors Return, celebrating American heroes of the First Barbary War. This shit is deep, guys. Like, man, it's really deep. It was soon published in newspaper, first in Baltimore and then across the nation, giving it the new title, The Star Spangled Banner. It was popular, competing with Hail Columbia and a de facto national anthem by the time the Mexican American War and the American Civil War. The song finally adopted the American national anthem more than a century after its first publication by an act of Congress in 1931, signed by President Herbert Hoover. So, boom. What's good, Jimbo Slice? So that's what all this shit signifies, this bridge. And the motherfucker say, oh, a bridge collapsed. But not know all this shit behind it. I mean, it's deep, man. The Star Spangled Banner has the tune of the Anacreon in Heaven. The Anacreon in Heaven, right, is the Anacretic song. It's it was official song of the Anacretic Society, which was a popular gentleman club of musicians in London in the mid 18th century. These barristers are lawyers, doctors, and professional men named the club after Greek court poet Anacreon. Anacreon um, was that goes back to fucking Rome, right? Goes back to Rome. It goes into Dionysus. I mean, this shit is deep. So there's a lot that goes with this bridge. So this shit ain't no fucking accident. It ain't no accident that this cargo ship, slave ship, veered off and smacked the bridge and that bitch collapsed, fucking up the traffic in DC on top of everything else. But it's a lot. Again, shout out to all you guys. Um, Everybody here. Dali was the ship's name. Okay. But it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I just see where they're headed, with this country. And people are so fucking brainwashed that even truthers think that this shit about to keep, like they got a 5 year plan and a retirement plan. Like they just can't see the writing all over the wall. You can't see the writing on the wall. Like what? You know? Like what? Man, the days of trying to you know, say, oh, we need this, we need no, it's just the days is to fucking figure out where you're gonna go through the storm at. That's pretty much where we at. Figure it out. Figure it out amongst you, very small, minute people. That's it. Only thing you can do now. To ignore it would be a disservice to your own being. It just is what it is, man. They are gonna pop some shit off. Now, what did Russia, right? Let me bust this real quick. I gotta upload the video. Since I didn't upload the video, I just read it. The news stories are really short. Okay. Russia comes out, and this is how you know some shit gonna pop off because they're talking about it, man. All right. Um, Russia delivers strikes in Ukrainian intelligence. That's new. but there's still war going on over there like it's no tomorrow. But it says right here, Russia will not run after U.S. begging for security cooperation, Antonov says. Washington, Santa. Russia will not run after the U.S. if Washington is unwilling to cooperate in the field of security. Moscow's ambassador to Washington, Anatoly Antonov, said. I will put it simply, this is the U.S. choice. Antonov was quoted by TASS saying, commenting on the White House National Security Council Strategic Commands Coordinator John Kirby, go look that shit up. Go look up National Security Council Strategic Communications. You start going into you like, God damn. But anyways, John Kirby's remarked that there's not going to be any security assistance with Russia and the United States following a terrorist attack at a music venue outside Moscow. Who gives a fuck what it was about? All right, who cares? We already know what they do. Who cares? You got to look at what they're saying. And it says if the Americans don't want to cooperate with us, we won't run after them. I have said, the envoy stressed. However, he highlighted the need to resolve the problem of terrorism through joint efforts. Think about that. Terrorism through joint efforts. All right? In the current situation, we will work with our friendly countries. It is more than half the world, including our friends from the Commonwealth of Independent States, meaning other European nations, right? That y'all fuck with. But hey, all right. As well as the Shanghai Corporation Organization, all right, which is China, and BRICS, Anton emphasized. According to him, Russia has repeatedly said that Washington cannot do it alone. Alas, it was the United States that suspended counterterrorism cooperation with us. We aren't running after them, the Americans in parentheses, and have no plans to do so. We will work on our own to eradicate roots of terrorism as they still are some left in Russia, unfortunately, he added. Boom. This is the talks, right? And they talk. Next thing you know, they talk about the dollar falling over there in that area. All right. And then yesterday they said that the war on terrorism requires international cooperation. This is coming out of this is Syrian news, but it says the war on terrorism requires international cooperation. And again, they talk about the United States. Russian President spokesman Dmitry Peskov stressed that war against terrorism requires extensive international cooperation and joint efforts. Where have we heard that before when they did Mr. 19? All right. When they did Mr. 19, right? Where have they did that? Said that. In a press conference, the spokesperson underlined that no country can be completely immune to the threat and danger of terrorism. Russian competent services are working independently to investigate the terrorist attack that targeted CC Hall in Moscow. And there is no talk of any help from other countries, he said. All right. In a response to a question about whether the Kremlin received specific intelligence information from U.S. intelligence agencies about the terrorist attack. Intelligence information is provided to the Kremlin through channels of intelligence services, so this information belongs to the category of sensitive information, which is not disclosed, Peskov said. End of the comment. So again, they're talking about the same damn the same thing, terrorism. They need international cooperation. They need global cooperation because this shit is about to pop off. When? I don't know. It's all set up. It's going to happen everywhere. And then, the whole thing about the illegals, where they're staying, the squatters' rights, squatter rights, you thought it was for the liberals. No, it was for all the people coming in. They're going to go, they can adversely possess homes, man. This shit is so deep, guys. It really is. That was set up so they can adversely possess homes that are vacant, move in, fix them up, and now they become ownership of them, which actually creates ownership because somebody owns those people. They're not illegal, they're owned, meaning they're under the care of somebody. So now that property goes under the care of, boom, whoever owns those migrants. They are invading to take over the corporation, guys. That's all they're doing, man. And then they're gonna do other shit in the mix to gain control, man. This shit is deep, man. This shit is really deep. All I try to do is show you, point to the right direction. You can look it up yourself. You know, you can look it up yourself, guys. I'm gonna do a video on adverse possession too, showing how legally the migrants are doing it. But yeah, the was homeless. But come on, man, like this is crazy. Shout out to Ocho from the Ocho. He showed y'all what he was doing. He told y'all. I just went in, boom. They can't do anything. But they don't want Americans doing it, so they are removing Americans out of the house. There's been news stories about it. Why are they doing that? They're going in right now across America. They are removing. If you're American and you're squatting, you got to go. They're actually breaking their own rules and doing that because why? They want the migrants in there. They want to put them in there. Man, this is a takeover, a corporate takeover, man. They not doing it with guns, motherfucker. It ain't happening. You're not gonna fire a bullet at the government. Maybe at other, things is going on, but you can't fire a bullet at what they're doing. And that's how they're making it. That's how they're doing it. You can't somebody adversely possesses a vacant property and an owner comes, that owner does anything physically to them people, they're going to jail. Game over. They're gonna take it regardless. It's fucked up, but this is what they're doing, man. This is what they're doing. What's good, Truth Virus? What's good, Dr. Savage? But this is what they're doing. I just like to get straight to the, like this is what it is. Like I said, we don't need the numbers shit to do all this to see it. You don't need it. Don't need it. It's a waste of fucking time and energy. You don't need it. Doesn't show anybody, doesn't prove, doesn't do anything. Because you could do all this without it and go further and connect shit. We've been doing it for years, right, Wise? If you're still here, we've been doing it for years. Right, Truth Virus? We've been doing it for years. Years. Just we know how to do. But yeah, I just wanted to come on in because I see this. As soon as I seen that bridge collapse, I'm like, oh, the name? What the fuck? Oh, okay. All right. I see the sign. They're showing you. They're collapsing their own shit. That's near DC. That's Baltimore. That's cargo ship. That's shipping. They're like destroying their own shit. You know? They're destroying their own shit. They're destroying what? This nation. What Americans, the American dream. They're destroying it. And again, remember, it's business. It's commerce. Look at the commerce of the business. That's what it is. They need to form a new business. And I'm telling you, the split with the United States, it's got to be an outside hand somewhere that will support the United States. Think of the friendships that Donald Trump has had with China, with these other nations. Now, okay, half the country split. Well, you got the United States and their electrical, liberal, fucking weirdo ass world. That's what they want us. But then you got another one who wants natural gas, oil, liberty, freedom, prosperity, you know, in that hand actually signs an agreement with BRICS nations, then you'll have a possible conflict. I mean, we're set up the stage to go through a huge transition where it will be a conflict. It ain't gonna be like people think. Oh, it's the United States government, they're tyranny, and we're gonna go to war with the government. Motherfucker, y'all stupid. It's not gonna work anything in the shape of that you're thinking. This shit is gonna be done strategically, man. It's not gonna work. What do you think? Oh, the tyranny's coming and we're gonna fight back and Americans are gonna arm up and defeat the fucking government with guns and firearms. Then what? Then what? Like think about it. It's not even feasible to even think in that way at all. That is just fucking movie thinking. They painted a picture for you to think that way, you know? It's crazy, man. So we headed for a wild ride, guys. And it's gonna pop off, man. Don't live in fear. I don't. I just do precautions. I don't live in fear. How the fuck I live in fear? You know? Just like Mr. 19, I prepped. Just like right now, I'm prepping. And I want to be in my own area, you know, during April 8th because I never know what they're gonna do after that. You know? It could be nothing or it could be something, you know? They're plotting for it. The rest of the world is talking about global security, terrorism again. It's coming, guys. The keys are they're putting all the bridge, Francis Scott Key, the keys are showing you the keys. It's an inlet. It's a shipping, you know? The I mean, come on, man. They're showing you the keys. Look, you know? Look what the United States is doing to Donald Trump right now. Look what they're doing. He's a businessman. He's going to try to create. I mean, the businessman, and you know what I mean. They're creating the whole scenario of him being a businessman, keeping the business going of the United States in some way, shape, or form. All right, as a split nation. I'm just saying, man. People think shit too sweet in this motherfucker, man. People got physical comfort and mental comfort. People mentally think the United States still gonna be doing this, still gonna be going. I mean, it's just crazy, man. You know? No, hell no, it's not nothing positive. There ain't none of this shit positive. ESB, that's a fact. You know? It's definitely not positive. You know, they killed people on that shit, you know? But it goes to show you how easy they can just, things can just happen and, you know, like this whole Diddy thing. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. HSI. Before I get off, HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, okay? They're showing you with that. It ain't got nothing to do with Puffy. Fuck that. It ain't got shit to do with Puffy. Nothing at all. Get that out your mind. What they want to show you is HSI. That's all that was about. HSI. Homeland Security Investigation. What the fuck? All right. Homeland Security Investigations. HSI, right? That's the Department of Homeland Security, guys. Remember, we already know when they came in, right? HSI is a principal investigative arm of the United States Department of Homeland Security. Whoa, okay, this is another department. That's why, look, when I do the video and show you guys how much shit that they got, you're gonna be like, oh my fucking God. And you're gonna know these motherfuckers running around these YouTube realms that are connected exactly to these organizations. 100%. All right. But the HSI is a principal investigative arm of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, responsible for investigating transnational crime and threats, specifically those criminal organizations that exploit the global infrastructure through which international trade, travel, finance move. HSI's mission is to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle terrorists, transitional, transnational, and other criminal organizations that threaten to seek, exploit the customs and immigration laws of the United States. Hmm, that's interesting they said that. HSI has broad legal authority to conduct federal and criminal investigation into illegal cross-border movement of people. Where's HSI when it comes to the border crisis, guys? They're raiding fucking P. Diddy's house. But they're in charge of The illegal cross border movement of people, goods, money, technology, and other contraband throughout the United States. HSI utilizes these authorities to investigate a wide array of transnational crime, including terrorism. All this shit ain't adding up, guys. It's not adding up because terrorism doesn't say anything with the authority. Doesn't say anything. Terrorism, national security threat, narcotics smuggling, transnational gang activity, child exploitation, human smuggling and trafficking, illegal export of controlled technology and weapons, money laundering, financial fraud and scams, worksite and employment crimes, cyber crimes, intellectual property theft, trade fraud, identity and benefit fraud, and human rights violations and war crimes. Wait, this motherfucker got the power to do it all. You every benefit fraud. What benefit? What identity, trade, property, intellectual property, cybercrime, employment crimes. What? In collaboration with its strategic partners in the U.S. and abroad, HSI special agents gather evidence to identify and build criminal cases against transnational criminal organizations, terrorist networks, and facilitators and other criminal elements that threaten the United States. HSI works with prosecutors to indict and arrest violators, execute criminal search warrants, seize criminal derived money and assets, and take other actions designated to disrupt, dismantle criminal organizations operating around the world. These efforts protect U.S. national, border, and economic security and ensure the safety of the public and our communities. What? The workforce is 8,700 employees, including special agents, criminal analysis, mission support, personnel, and contact staff assigned at offices throughout the United States and around the world. Most of HSI's 6,000 special agents are assigned to one of HSI 237 special agents in charge and officers, sub offices located across the nation. I mean, what? All right. Now, these motherfuckers operate, right, in, okay, 250 offices across the United States, including, hold on, wait, international offices. It has 80 offices around the world. Guess where else it has offices, guys? I'll read them all real quick. Dubai, Jordan, Turkey, Belgium, Greece, Thailand, China, Beijing, China. They have an office, the Embassy of the United States in Beijing, in China. We're their remember, they're their adversary. They want to, but they have a office in China. Not one. That's just one in Beijing. All right, there's one in Germany, Colombia, Brazil, Belgium, Romania, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Australia, Colombia, Morocco, Mexico, which is Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, Senegal, okay, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Frankfurt, Germany, Bahamas, Guadalajara, Mexico, and another one in China, Guangzhou, China, another one, Consulate of the General of the United States in China, Guatemala City, Guatemala, another one in Mexico, Vietnam, another one in China, Hong Kong SAR, another one in China, Pakistan, oh, Islamabad, Pakistan, Turkey, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia again, Israel, Key West, United States, Kingston, Jamaica, Malaysia, Peru, okay? United Kingdom, Spain, Philippines, Meta Maramos, Mexico, Mexico City, Mexico, Miami, United States, Monterey, Mexico, Montreal, Canada, Oman, Kenya, Bahamas, India again, New Delhi, Ottawa, Canada, Panama City, Panama, France, Cambodia, Haiti, guys, Haiti, South Africa, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, all right? Another one in Saudi Arabia, Rome, Italy, El Salvador, Dominican Republic, South Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, Honduras, Tel Aviv, Israel, Netherlands, Tijuana, Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, Toronto, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, Vienna, Australia, Warsaw, Poland. These were all these HSIs are at, guys. HSI international offices all over the fucking world. All right. All over the United States. HSI domestic footprints has 250 offices across the United States, including 30 special agent in charge offices. So these motherfuckers, there is. I mean, I can go through all the states. It's in New York State, Rouse Point, Messina, Alexandria Bay, Rochester, Buffalo, Albany, and Syracuse. All right, all over this bitch, man. All over Florida, Texas, all over Texas. You know, these motherfuckers all over the place, man. HSI domestic footprint. Think about that, and think about what I read to you. And they just ran up in Diddy's house. Why would they need them? You know, why they need them? Ran up in fucking Diddy's house. Why they ain't use the feds, the sheriff? Why they need to do all that anyway? Think about it, guys. Why didn't bitch you in trouble? Come in. They put it on TV. Where he gonna go? He got to turn himself in. They want to show you HSI. Look at all the photos. It's HSI. That ain't no fucking SWAT. That's HSI. Think about it, man. That's what they truly showing you. They ain't showing you nothing else. They're showing you HSI, motherfucker. That's what they showing you. And when all this shit pops off, you're gonna see HSI take over police force. You're gonna see HSI at every state border, checking real IDs and all this shit. This shit is coming, man. You know? It is, man. It's crazy, man. So, yeah, guys. This is what's going on in a nutshell. More to come, but you know, shout out to all you guys. Gonna be a sad day in the boule when all the Diddy fuckboy tapes show. Yeah, yeah, and that's a distraction. You know, that's all a distraction. You know, he's connected to Burke. He's connected to everybody. Whatever that shit's going on, he signed up for it. It's a plot. They don't live in our reality. They don't give a fuck what we think about them. They probably go. They're probably having a jack off contest right now. Look at Diddy. They're probably fucking each other up the butt and all kinds of shit, just laughing and loathing of, look, yeah, like how the fuck you looking for in this day and age with all this technology? Pup Diddy's probably got surveillance up the ass. They know where he's at every movement he fucking makes. But this motherfucker gets in a plane and flies and they can't find him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? With all the security we got in this bitch, planes that gotta have certain clearances to even log and take the fuck off, like locations, like this motherfucker. Like, come on, man. This shit is just stupid beyond stupid of what they're telling. Don't even. It's just retarded Hollywood fucking nonsense. Like he's playing the role of this fucking sodomizer or whatever the fuck it is, you know. And the QAnon club, oh my fucking god, they're like, it's happening. When the eclipse comes, the world's gonna go dark, and it's happening. They're gonna arrest all these people and bring them to justice, and we're gonna be saved by fucking Ronald McDonald Trump. He's gonna come out and he's gonna claim, oh my god, these people need this shit is worse. That shit is crazy, man. It's crazy the shit that they talking, man. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get up off here, man. Much love to you guys, and just eyes up, man. Prepare. They got some shit brewing. They got some shit brewing. I mean, since when has there been a lunar fucking eclipse, full moon, Easter in March, and the fucking total eclipse all at one time? Man, shit. Along with all the planets lining up, man, shit. Y'all better keep up, eyes up, and embrace the good energy coming in, but be wary that something could pop off at any moment in any damn time, you know? So that's all I got, y'all. Peace and love. I'll talk to y'all later. And shout out to all you guys.